Hey guys, Gray here. Sorry it's been a long time, that's what I wanted to say first. I'm really sorry it's been so long since I last did a Tinnitus update. I have been meaning to do one for months, probably about 5 months now. But life has been that busy. I have barely been near my computer a lot of time, been struggling to keep up with YouTube in general. And on top of that, just with the way my tinnitus has been going, which obviously I'll talk about in a minute, but just, yeah, with the way it's been going, I just haven't been thinking about it. I really haven't. I'm wearing headphones at the moment, funny enough, because I'm having a spike recently. The past few days or whatever, which is conveniently timed right for doing an update. But whatever, they happen. It happens to us all. Funny enough for me though, recently I really hadn't been noticing any. I really hadn't been noticing any spikes. I had one just 3 months ago or so, when I was last really thinking, yeah, I should do a video about this because it was the first spike I'd had in a long time. And it was obvious why. I was spending a lot of time in an anxious, stressed out, overthinky state. All the stuff that I've talked about in my other videos about trying to reduce and get rid of, I was doing more of, and lo and behold, my tinnitus crept up. It jumped straight up. It become like thicker feeling in my head, more piercing, all that sort of thing. And recently I'm sort of experiencing the same thing again. Not quite to the same degree, but I'm definitely experiencing a spike at the moment because there's been that much going on. So I've got my headphones on and I'm listening to the Lakeside Campfire video I've put up before, I think, on a couple of videos. The white noise one. The one that seems to cancel out the louder ringing bit. Not that I particularly need it, but it's nice. I think the reason why I've got it on is because I've been thinking about my tinnitus while going back through the comments and, answering all those ones that I'd missed, because, like I say, I've been busy, barely been in front of a computer. But yeah, so I've been making a point of answering those, and it's been making me think about my tinnitus, and with it being a bit spiked and that, I thought, just, yeah, let's bung the white noise on, see what's like, because honestly, it's been a long time since I've needed to resort to it. It doesn't seem like that long ago, really, but it is. It's a very long time since I've had to use the white noise stuff to deal with a spike or anything like that. Because for the most part, these days, it is varying. My tinnitus is still varying up and down and whatever, but generally it stays within a very fine range. Recently, the past few months in particular, disregarding the spike, it's been really quiet. Like pre-spike quiet. My massive spike that I had 2 years ago, it's been below that, or what I remember that being like. What I remember my original tinnitus level being like. It seems to be close to that now, because I still have two main tinnitus sounds. I've got one of them, which is the sort of quieter, hissy type thing. Even if I manipulate my neck and click and whatever, that one's still there. But the second one, the one that really appeared around the time I had that big spike 2 years ago, yeah, that one recently, it's got to the stage where at night that one's starting to genuinely disappear, which is incredible, I think. Because it means I'm really starting to dig in and undo the sort of, I don't know what you call it, damage, whatever. Whatever it was that triggered that spike 2 years ago, I'm really starting to undo that. And I think it's even more impressive considering the fact that my life outside YouTube and everything, it's been incredibly busy. I'm struggling to keep up with it. I really am. Most of you that know me will know that I like to respond to comments really quick. And the fact that I've been having to leave some for like 2 weeks and I've not been doing videos and that I want to do, I've been busy. I've been very, very busy. So with all that going on, and it's having an effect, definitely, but it really hasn't been having the impact on my ringing that I figure it would have, or like it would have done a year ago or so. I think it's a testament to how much better I've been getting with all the emotional stuff I talk about, generally being more optimistic, more relaxed, more, just calmer, more settled, more at peace, stimulating the sympathetic wing of the nervous system less, basically. I'm not as stressed as I used to be, even with more stress going on outside, externally and all that. Internally, I'm getting calmer and calmer, And there's blips, like I say. I'm having a little bit of a spike at the moment. Whatever. Few days, week, it'll be gone. It'll be back to being quiet or whatever. It's not a big deal. So yeah, it's just doing this video really to update you guys on where I'm at the moment. I do have other tinnitus videos that I want to do, and I'll get round to them as soon as I can, but I just really wanted to, do a video like I've been planning to do for months, and just say, yeah, my tinnitus personally, with all the stuff I talk about, all the stuff I recommend you guys do and everything, I'm still benefiting from that approach. I'm still seeing results from those methods. It's been 2 years since my big spike now, and I'm not cured, but I said it back then, I expect it to take years, because it's a lifetime of emotional stress that I'm having to sort of learn new behaviors around. I'm having to unlearn that way of thinking. I'm having to let go of that stress, whatever way you want to put it. I'm having to let go of that stuff and learn to be a new person, one that isn't as stressed, one that's more relaxed, one that's happier, one that's genuinely more calm and settled. And yeah, I'm doing good on that front. I think that's why my life's being so busy, because I'm changing. It's not just affecting my tinnitus doing this stuff and calming it down and all that. It really, and I hate saying the word, but it's a holistic thing, it encompasses everything. Your life will change. You will change, your tinnitus will come down. If you unlearn stressful behaviors and things like that, stuff that's activating that response in your body that's making it, just break down, basically. If that stress response is on too long, you're going to see symptoms from it. And so recently it's becoming obvious I'm really starting to undo some of that. I'm really starting to change a lot of the subconscious fundamental things going on up here that caused my tinnitus in the first place. And I'm seeing brilliant results. Like I say, I'm starting to get it. It's not consistently down there yet. And again, ignore my current spike. Those happen to everyone. They just do. It's just a part of life. You can't control everything. They will crop up. They will happen. Even the best of us. Not saying I'm the best of us, but just they happen. Even with the consistent progress I'm making, they're still gonna happen. But overall, I'm really, really pleased with the progress I'm making. Like I say, it's only thinking about having to do tinnitus videos and reading through comments from people suffering tinnitus on my YouTube channel. It's only those times I think about it anymore. I just don't think about mine anymore. I really don't. And I couldn't ask for more. I really couldn't. I couldn't ask for any more progress than I've already got. I'm getting it, but I'm completely content with where I'm at now, and that does make it easy to see progress. It really does, I'm not going to lie. It does kind of slow things down a bit, because I'm not pushing forward and trying to unravel a lot of the stressful behaviors in my head that are still there. I'm not pushing forward with that as quickly as I could, but no, recently with my tinnitus, yeah, I'm learning to really chill the fuck out, basically. Learning to sit back and let it happen, just sort of pointing it in the right direction and going. And that's why I said, 2 years ago, that's why I said I expect it to take years to really cure it, to get rid of it completely. And that's fine. I got no issues with that whatsoever. I'm still making progress. It's gotten to the point where it's genuinely starting to come down to the level it was at before the spike, and I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't. So like I say, this little spike I'm having at the moment, it's not even that bad, I'm just spending too much time in a room thinking about it, I think, because I've just literally caught up on all the YouTube comments that I've been missing out on for the past 2 weeks or so, I've been reading quite a few of them and thinking about it. So yeah, my advice to anyone watching this is just keep working on undoing those stressful behaviors, stressful thought patterns. At the core of it all, it really is as simple as just pay more attention to what's going on in your day-to-day life. It's natural to be numbed out and try to not think about it, but pay attention to it and divide things up simply into a category of, does that feel good or does that feel bad? Try to reduce the stuff that feels bad in your life and try to emphasize the stuff that feels good. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Try to get in that good state. Try to stay in that state where you're calmer, more relaxed, more happy, more optimistic, less stressed, and it will have an effect on your tinnitus. You need to practice it enough that it really starts to sink in so that it becomes a habit you do without thinking. And again, that's why it can take years for a lot of people. It's just part of it. But yeah, it will help. You will need to be patient in the beginning, certainly, because it takes time to undo those kinds of habits. It really does. But it works. It works. It absolutely works. My tinnitus is starting to disappear from two sounds down to one. Starting to. But it is happening. It's definitely happening. It's showing those first signs, like back when I had 5 or 6 noises going on, and when I was starting to see progress, and yeah, one of them would stop being there for a day or something. It would stop cropping up for a few days, and you get a bit of a spike, it'd be back, and then it would go down again, it would be that bit lower, a bit more consistently disappeared, and it's the same process I'm experiencing at the moment. So I don't know what it holds for my time frame with the future with my own ringing, but I'm still seeing progress even now just for focusing on reducing stress. It's that big of a factor, and I'm not denying there's other factors. There are. But that one is that big, that massive a factor. It will affect everything else to some degree, I think. So work on it. Whatever approach you're using to treat your tinnitus, to try to cope with it, to try to deal with it, whatever approach you're going with that works for you, brilliant. Keep doing it. but make sure you include some work trying to undo those stressful habits. Because obviously I'm biased. That's been my experience, that's been what worked for me. But it looks like from an objective point of view, as best as I can tell, that's the big one. It really is. So work on that, and let me know if it works for you, you know? Anyway, I think that's about it. It was a 10-minute ramble, and it was a ramble, so I can tell I'm starting to relax a bit and get back in the swing of things, because that's what they're normally like when I'm in the mood to do them. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're seeing good progress yourselves, and I hope to speak to you in another video soon without taking like 5 or 6 fucking months to do it this time. So yeah, my apologies again, and I hope to speak to you all soon. Take care, catch you later. Bye.